I'm gonna record, but it's only recording me. Okay, so we're gonna start standing. I hope you can all hear me well. And let's just separate the feet about hip distance, and you can bring your hands to your waist. Good. And then just sway side to side. Good. You can also bring the hands to your babies, obviously. You're always invited to touch your bellies. I feel like it's a way of bonding and it's nice and they can feel. Okay, so just swaying the hips a few more times, side to side. Good. Beautiful. And then you're gonna bend your knees a little bit and sway the hips, but this time with bent knees. So kind of like getting a little bit of a stretch to your hip and the IT band. Good. Sometimes simple movements like these are so good. All right. And then from here, I'll show you side from the side. You're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna tilt the pelvis. So you're gonna bring the tailbone, curl it up, and then back. And curl it up and back. Good, you don't need to do too much. If it doesn't feel comfortable, just do very small movements. If it's good, you can do a little bit more, it's up to you. Good. One more. And then we're gonna make circles. So we kind of combine the swaying and the tilting. Good. And then reverse the circles to the other side. Wonderful. Let's do two more. All right, and then come to a standing posture and bring your arms up overhead. You can interlace the fingers above your head and then press the palms away from you. And I'll show you from the side. You're gonna inhale, reach up, and then as you exhale, you're gonna bend your knees and really round the top of the back, pushing the hands away from you. Inhale when you're ready. Come up, maybe even bring the arms a little bit behind the head, and then exhale, round forward. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale up, exhale round. Inhale up, exhale round. Good, now you're gonna come up and you're gonna take it to one side, up to center, and then the other side. Not too much, and keep your knees bent. It's a little healthier for your lower back. And kind of make sure that you don't arch too much when you bend your knees. Good. And then back to center. So now we're kind of combining it by taking it to the side, rounding to the front, all the way to the other side, and up to center. Good. Side, round, side, and center. One more. Good. Side and center and reverse. So we'll do 3 to the other side. Side and center. 2 more. Side and center, and 1 more. Side and center. Beautiful. Separate your arms. I'm sure they're tired. Bring them all the way down and bring them behind you. So now you're going to interlace the fingers behind you. You can still bend your knees. It's just better for you. And then push those arms out and away. Good. Inhale, bring your gaze upwards. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest. 2 more. Inhale, bring your gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. And 1 more. Inhale, bring your gaze up. Exhale, chin to chest. Head back to center. Release the arms and then give them a good shake. And you can also kind of swing the arms side to side. Give a little dip in the center. You can even bring them a little lower. Beautiful. 2 more. Awesome. And then relax. Inhale, bring your arms up. So open the feet just a little wider. Good. Exhale, you're going to swan dive. The knees can be slightly bent. You're going to completely relax the head, the arms, everything, and kind of spill forward. And then you can bring the hands to the knees and then slowly, slowly round up 1 vertebra at a time. So we're going to do this just a couple more times. You're going to rise up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, you're going to swan dive all the way down. Make sure that when you are down here, unless it really is painful or uncomfortable, that you release the head completely. Even stay here another second or two. And then bring the hands above the knees and start rounding up 1 vertebra at a time. Very gentle and very slow. 1 more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Coming down. Relaxing completely at the very bottom. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the hands to the knees and start rounding up slowly, slowly. Okay, so now you can go to the back of your mat and separate your feet about mat distance apart. And this time we're going to inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, you're going to swan dive all the way down to the mat. Yep, relax your head. Now you're going to look forward and you're going to start walking your hands toward the top of the mat until you're in a downward facing dog. You're going to relax your head. You can bend your knees, push away from the hands and toward the feet. Bend one knee and bend the other. If you need a break, bring your knees down so you don't have to do the whole thing. If it's too much, bend, switch and bend. 1 more time. Good. And then we're going to come back to downward facing dog and just find a little bit more length by tilting that tailbone upwards toward the sky. And now you're going to slowly bring the knees down to the earth. Open them really wide. Bring the big toes together and take your first child's pose. So you're going to relax the hips back toward your heels. And you're going to bring the head down for a moment. Good. Take deep breaths. And as you're breathing, if you can breathe to your back body and feel those ribs really expanding backwards and sideways. Let your belly relax. You're breathing with your baby. We're going to take a few moments here in this beautiful pose of gratitude. And so, of course, if there's any heartburn or any pressure in the sinuses, you can make fists and rest your forehead on top of your fists. If you have a book or a block, you can rest your forehead on top of that. See if you can just really allow the hips to relax. Take a few moments here to greet your baby. It's like already they're getting more oxygen and more blood flow. enjoying this practice with you. And in this pose, I want you to bring to your attention one thing that you are grateful for. And then one thing that you would like to set as an intention for your class today. So maybe you're working on creating more patience in your life, eliminating some worry, or bringing in more joy and hope. Just examples. You can set whatever intention you want. And we're going to take just a few more deep breaths here and really make sure that we allow the body to fully relax. Breathing with our baby, so taking nice, long, and deep breaths. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly make your way back up to hands and knees position. Good. Bring your knees closer. So if they're wide as the mat, bring them right under your hips. And then your hands are probably further. Bring them closer so they're under your shoulders. You're pretty much stacked and stable. Take a deep breath and look out. Give your baby a little bit of a hug so you keep the spine nice and neutral, and then tuck the toes under and round in. Bring the chin toward your chest, round a little further, push the ground away. Inhale, relax, look out. Exhale, round into yourself. Press the ground a little bit more with your palms. Yep. Inhale, look out. Exhale, round in. Inhale, look out. And exhale, round in. Come back to center. All right, and then if you don't have a blanket under your knees because we came from standing, go ahead and feel free to put something under your knees. But we're going to do just a couple of things from hands and knees and come back up. The blanket actually can stay if you want in the center of your mat. So we're still stacked. The knees are under the hips and the hands are under the shoulders. What we're going to do is we're going to lift the right leg up, and then we're going to lift the left arm up. And you're creating a beautiful line here, very powerful, engaging your core, keeping your hips parallel. As you exhale, you're going to bring it gently down and try to stay stable, like really centered. Inhale, leg and arm. Of course, you can do just arm or just leg if you need to. Reaching out, and exhale, gently bringing it back to center. Good. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, gently bringing it to center. Inhale. And exhale slowly. Let's do 3 more on each side. Inhale, reach. Engage your core. So giving baby a hug. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, slowly release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Wonderful. Bring your thumbs closer together and step the right foot toward the top of your mat. Good. The left toes, you're going to tuck under and lift the left knee off the ground, and then put the left foot at about 45-degree angle, and it's going to be flat. You can use your right knee for support, and we're going to rise up to warrior one. So in warrior one, you really want to shift your hips toward the front. So your hips are shifted toward the right knee. Let me show you here. From the front, my hips are shifting forward toward my right knee. I'm going to bring my arms up, fold 4 fingers, thumbs up. And then I'm going to pull my left arm back like archer. This is an archer. From the side, it looks like this. Okay? Go ahead and gaze at that thumb, right? That's like your focal point. And then you're going to inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, bend the right knee. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale, back down. Good. Keep going. Make sure that you give baby a little hug and that you're not arching too much in the lower back as you keep moving. Yeah, keep your elbow up. Good. Breathe. Let's do 3 more. Nice. 1 more. And then stay with your right knee bent. Good. Now inhale. You're going to bring both arms up by your ears. And then go ahead and lower the shoulders. Like you're opening your shoulders. You're still reaching up, but shoulders are lowered. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, go ahead and bring the arms behind you. So I know you're working still on the muscles of your legs, right? And interlace the fingers. Press those fists out. Your quads might be burning. Give it another breath or 2. Don't give up. Open your heart center. Take another breath. And then release the hands. And you can slide back down. So your hands are going to come in next to the right foot. So you're not framing it. Lift the heel. Bring the left knee down. And then both knees go back. Okay, so now you're back in hands and knees. Open your knees wide and make a few circles with your hips. And then circle in the other direction. Good. So your knees are a little wider than usual. They're not stacked under. You're going to bring your left hand directly under the shoulder. Right arm goes by the ear. Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to bring the arm and the hips back. Follow the palm all the way up to the sky and in front of you. Good. Inhale. And exhale as you move. Good. Beautiful. 1 more. And then let's do a couple to the other direction. So you're going to bring the palm back, reach it forward, all the way back, and forward, and 1 more. All the way back, and forward. As the arm is by the ear in front of you, you must engage the core so you don't dip into that lower back. Now you're gonna bring the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, you're gonna simply bring it back down. So we're gonna do this 3 more times. With your inhalation, right arm goes up and open. Exhale. Nice, 2 more. Inhale out. Exhale back down. And last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, back down. Open the knees wider if you want to. Bring the big toes together and take a break here for 3 breaths or so in child's pose or puppy pose. So if you're in child's pose, you're here, just relax your lower back, relax your hips. If this feels uncomfortable, you can always keep the hips high, but bring the head down or the chest down, whatever works for you. Good, and just kind of notice your breath and slow it down. Think about your baby and all this beautiful oxygen and blood that you're bringing to your baby, of the health. Think about your intention. Think about your gratitude. Bring an internal smile and share that moment with your baby. We're going to take a couple more breaths here, just kind of taking a nice little break with baby. And now let's slowly come up to hands and knees. Good. Bring your knees under your hips with your hands under your shoulders. Take a deep breath, look out. Exhale, cat stretch. 2 more. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, cat stretch. And 1 more. Inhale, look out. Exhale, round in and really press the ground away and bring the chin to the chest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And relax. Back to center. Bring the thumbs together and step the left foot forward this time. Tucking the toes under, lifting the right knee off the ground, and then placing the right foot at about 45-degree angle, making our way up. Good, and adjusting as you need to. So usually when I come, I don't know about you, you guys look good, but usually when you come up, your hips kind of go sideways. Shift them so the hips are facing the same direction as the left knee. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're gonna bring your arms up in front of you. You're gonna fold 4 fingers and thumbs up. And then you're gonna pull the right elbow back behind you. Keep it high. Look through the middle finger of the left, not middle, sorry, the thumb. This is your goal. And then start breathing. As you inhale, you straighten the leg. And as you exhale, you bend the knee. Just make sure that this knee doesn't go past the ankle. Inhale. Think about your goal, the things you really want in life. Imagine that they're in front of you and you're aiming, right? You're really aiming towards your goals. So you're keeping very focused. Keep breathing. Nice. Three more. Keep the right elbow up. Beautiful. Yes. Good. Stay here with your knee bent. Now inhale. When you're ready, bring both arms up. So arms are up by your ear, shoulders down. Make sure that you're not arching in the lower back, but rather even kind of tucking the tailbone in a little bit. Take a deep breath as you reach your fingertips to the sky. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms all the way down behind you and interlace them. Push the fists out and away to open your heart center, to open the chest. Knees still bent. Take a deep breath in. Yes, expand and exhale. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're gonna release the grip, slide forward, bring both hands to the inner part of your left foot, lift the right heel off the ground, and then bring the knee back down. Both knees go back. You can shake your hips a little bit, make some circles. You can never go wrong with circles, seriously. Circles are the best. Okay, and then we can open the knees a little wider to make room for the belly. Bringing the right hand now directly under your shoulder, right shoulder, and left arm goes out. So remember to engage that core and keep the spine straight when you bring the left arm out. Take a deep breath and create a beautiful line away from you as you stretch out and away. And as you exhale, you're gonna start shifting the hips back and the arm goes all around. Beautiful. So make sure that you take deep breaths. Sweep and up and forward. Good. Two more. One more. And then we're going to do the other direction. So you're going to inhale as you reach back. Two more. And one more. And then you're going to keep the arm here, reaching forward and by your ear, engaging your core. Yep. Inhale, take the arm up to the sky. And exhale, bring it back down. Take a moment here to kind of settle and relax. Three more times. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, bring it back down. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Open the knees more if you need to. Bring the big toes together and rest. So once again, if you need your forehead a little bit more elevated, you can bring the fists under the third eye. Just make sure that you really are relaxing the lower back, the hips, maybe wiggle a little bit. And settle. Take one more breath here, slow and deep, full of life and love as you're sharing this with your baby. And then slowly coming back to your hands and knees. Good, and bring the knees back under your hips. Tuck the toes under and Then sit with your toes tucked. Good. So we're gonna bring the arms up as you inhale. And exhale, you're gonna bend the left elbow, grab the left elbow and just kind of pull it towards you. Keep the spine long. Maybe even press your head toward your arm. Take a deep breath. I know you're uncomfortable in your feet. Feel like you're creating a beautiful line from the knee, up the side, all the way up to the elbow. Take a deep, deep breath once again. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Come to your hands and knees and release the feet. Inhale, looking out. Exhale, round into cat stretch. 2 more. Inhale, look out. Exhale, cat stretch. And 1 more. Inhale, look out. Exhale, the best cat ever as you round in. Bring the chin to the chest. Push the ground away and relax back to neutral. Tuck the toes under. And then sit back on your heels with the toes tucked. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend the right elbow, grab the right elbow, and just create length. Feel yourself really opening all the way up to the elbow, all the way up to the sky. Deep breath. You're making space for breathing, right? A little bit more space. 1 more breath. Good. And release the arms. Coming back to hands and knees and just tap the top of the feet. Okay, so we're gonna do exactly the same, but without tucking the toes under. You're just gonna sit on your heels for a second. Good. Nice. So we're gonna just use the top of the feet to press up. You're going to work on your quads again. When you're ready, you inhale and you just bring yourself up. As you exhale, you can bring the palms together through the center and really make sure that you're pressing the palms together as you're engaging your core. And come down. So use the palms to kind of feel your core, okay? Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, bring the palms together so your arms are strong and you're hugging your baby on your way down. Beautiful. You don't have to rush it. So inhale, reach, fill up with air. Exhale, press down. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press and engage that core down. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Come up to your knees and take the right foot out. Okay. So make sure that it's far enough away from you. Yeah, how about take a water break? I got carried away. Here, I'll take a water break too. See, it helps me to see some of you because as I see someone reaching for water, I'm like, oh, water. I forget too. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so side lunges, or Captain Morgan, call it what you want. These are super beneficial to open the midsection of our pelvis. So when the baby is engaged, the baby to come down even further, right? Because we do. we want to open the midsection here. So side lunges actually are very beneficial throughout your pregnancy, but also for labor. You want to make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle, and you can begin. You can do as many as you want. Just make sure that it doesn't feel like you're tearing anything. So if you do have some kind of pubis symphysis dysfunction here or separation, that might not feel good at all. So you definitely want to make sure that this doesn't hurt here in this section. Good. Let's do a couple more. So you can do this at home. You can do lunges forward and side daily, squats, goddess, daily, and then the more gentle ones obviously are the cat-cows, sitting in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Good. One last one. I say couple, it's like, I mean 5. All right, and then back up. So now, bring that right foot flat and parallel to your left knee. We're gonna make it also a little bit more active, but if it's too much for you, because I know we've been working, you can either keep it here for a few breaths or keep it here for a few breaths. And if you can handle it, we're gonna go and flow 5 times from one to the other. So this one, inhale and exhale sideways. This is the gate pose. When you're ready, you inhale all the way up like a windmill, coming all the way down. So the right arm can stay up or the right down can come by your ear. What's important is that you inhale, bring the right arm up, and then exhale. You have to engage your core and your pelvic floor as you exhale, and then come sideways. Always find that engagement with the exhalation. Beautiful. So you either stay here or do this. This is the second one, and we're gonna do 3 more. Good, make sure deep breath, so no rush. Exhale fully, inhale, exhale as you lift. 2 more, good. And last one. Exhale fully, and then inhale, exhale to push the ground away. And stay here for a second, giving yourself a nice side stretch. And back to center. Good, so bringing the right knee in. You can even make some circles if you need to. I always feel like this is intense work on our hips. Beautiful. And then let's go to the other side. You know, you can always come to your hands and knees and then take the foot out, yes, if you're feeling like balance is an issue today. Okay, so left foot is out, and when you lunge to the side, you really want to make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. And you just do as many lunges as you want, be as gentle as you need to be. Good. And if you can imagine the midpoint of your pelvis opening as one leg goes out, you're opening one side, yes, and creating more space for baby. So think of Captain Morgan, not the rum, during labor. Well, Captain Morgan, the rum, but just his image, right? Not actually drinking. Ay, 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 my brain. Okay, good. Yes, couple more. And you know when I say couple, I mean 5. 3. Good. These are intense. And 5. Awesome. Coming back up. Woo. Straightening the leg, flattening the foot. All right, so you know what's coming. You either stay here for a few breaths or you move from gate to side plank. Beautiful. Make sure you exhale to engage. 3 more. 1. 2. And 3. All the way. Nice. And then you can stay in whatever stretch you want. I like this one. It feels really good. Opens my intercostals a little bit. I feel like I can take a deeper breath. Beautiful. And then come back. Bring your hands down. Bring both knees down. Go ahead and give yourself a little relief by making some circles, shaking side to side. Good. Maybe cat-cow if that's what you feel you need. You might want to do figure eights. Gonna take a few more seconds, as many as you need, and then go ahead and take one more child's pose. We're gonna take a nice break here before we do some floor work. So take a break here. Child's pose or puppy pose are excellent. Ground yourself. Always nice to have a little bit of gentle pressure on your third eye, just kind of strengthening that place, that motherly place of intuition. Develop the trust within ourselves, right? Instead of always allowing fear to take over. Find your place of knowing. Let's take a few more breaths. Again, when you're breathing, take a nice deep breath and bring it to your baby. It's nice to know that we're sharing the space, sharing the breath, sharing a moment, sharing energy, sharing a smile. Slowly make your way up, hands and knees. Bringing the knees closer together, you can sit on your heels and then slide to one side, swinging the legs. So completely opposite of what we're used to. Instead of starting with seated position, we're ending with seated position. So go ahead and release the feet and the ankles and the wrists a little bit. It's always nice to make fists too and then create some circles with them. All right, wonderful. Keeping the left leg straight, we're going to cross the right foot over and bring the right foot to the ground, flat if possible, but not a must. Let's do an open twist. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring the right elbow to the inner part of your right knee. Arm can be straight or bent, or maybe even you want to hold your ankle. Bring the left hand behind you and keep it close like an anchor. This is what you're going to use to twist. Take a deep breath and lift first. You're looking from the side. I am not going to be sitting like this or like this. I'm going to be sitting nice and tall, using my left hand to press the ground away, and then exhale, twist. It helps me to bring the elbow to the inner part of the knee, but really do what feels right. Take another breath or two here in your twist. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Now you can open to more of a figure four. So bringing the right foot off the ground, and it's just gonna be dangling. If you need a blanket under your hips, always use a blanket under your hips. You're going to have a figure four with your legs, and you're gonna hold on to your shin. Go ahead and flex that left foot as well. Take a deep breath and just find some length in the spine. And as you exhale, you're hinging from the hip crease, just pulling forward. I don't need your head to come to the knee, but if you're flexible, you might want to hold on to the left foot instead of the right shin. And kind of come forward. Okay, take one more breath. Maybe find more length without compressing the belly, right? And then slowly, slowly come up. Release the right leg, give it a shake, and cross the left. So we're twisting to the other side, bringing the left elbow to the inner part of the left knee, right hand behind you, use it like an anchor. So you're inhaling, pressing the ground away, really lengthening that spine, and then exhale, twist. So use the leg however you want to. Sometimes when you're twisted, you have to try even harder to breathe deeply. Releasing to the center slowly. Making a figure four with your legs. Flexing both feet if you can. Holding onto the shin. Inhale, lengthen, create length. Bring yourself upwards, upwards, upwards. Exhale, hinging forward from the hip crease. If you have tight hips, you're gonna feel it. If you're very flexible, your hips are very open, you might come here, but not if your hamstrings are tight. So we all have something in our bodies that are little things that are a little tighter than other things or other areas. Good, breathe. Try to relax the shoulders. Try to sense if you're creating more tension. If you are able to really, really let go and release. And one more deep breath. And slowly, slowly walk yourself back. Just want to tell you that if you didn't feel this one on your outer left hip, you might want to consider doing the 90-90 log, which is basically bending both. You can try for a second just to see, because if you're tight like me, your left knee, let's say my right leg is under my left, right? It's very important that my shins are stacked. My left foot is on top of my right knee, and my left knee, sorry, is on top of my right foot. So this is not, my feet are not in, because then you're not gonna feel the stretch. Your feet are out, your shins are stacked. That's when you're gonna feel it right here on the outer edge here, on the outer part of your left hip. So if you have very open hips, maybe this knee will literally touch the foot. Then in that case, you can even start to come forward a little bit. This to me is very intense. So this is definitely not for everybody. Okay, but this is a little bit more for those of you who already have open hips. You may not feel this. So whatever you do on one side, if you like hip openers, if you feel like this is good for you, this feels right, you do this and then you do it on the other side by basically having the left shin under. Just really seriously make sure that there's this beautiful triangle and your feet are stacked over and under the knees and the shins are on top of the other. Okay, so you can release the legs now, give them a good shake, and then bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. Good. And adjust. You always need to adjust, no matter where you go. From one pose to the next, always find your center and find your sits bones. If you don't know your sits bones, find them. Like literally, go find them. Okay, you're gonna hold on here to either your feet or your ankles, whatever feels best. Take a deep breath and find length again in that spine. As you exhale, you simply invite your upper body forward by bending the elbows. I'm reaching forward until I feel like, okay, this is enough, and I'm not gonna keep pulling myself. Instead, maybe I'll relax my hands and maybe I'll relax my head. You may not be so low to the ground, you might be here. That's perfect, because you're gonna feel it exactly the way you need to feel it. Stay here for a few breaths. And now you can slowly round up. One vertebra at a time. Release the legs. And then one final hip stretch, which I absolutely love. And it's super, super simple. All you have to do is sit with one foot in front of the other. Bring your hands in front of you. Keep the tailbone and the sits bones as close as possible to the ground. I'll show you from the side. And then you're just walking forward. You're walking forward, so you're not lifting your bum off the ground. The bum stays on the ground, and then you can relax your head. So some of you might be here. Some of you might be here. Wherever it is, it's a very gentle stretch to the hip. You do that. You take a couple of breaths. Quiet down your mind. Now slowly, slowly rounding one vertebra at a time, coming up and switching the feet. Again, you always do both sides. So now the foot that was in front goes in the back. Relaxing, finding your center, bringing the hands in front of you and gently walking forward. Again, keep the tailbone as close as possible to the ground. And finally, you relax the head. So wherever it is, it is. Take a couple of breaths. Again, if your mind gets busy whenever you have a quiet moment, just bring yourself back either to the breath and focus on that, in and out, or focus on something that you're grateful for, something that you enjoy in your life, right? Maybe your baby, your partner, the love you have in your heart, whatever it is, keep it positive. It's very easy for our mind to wander away and get busy. Bring yourself back to one thing, focus. Wonderful. Now slowly walking back. Release the leg one last time. If you need to swing side to side or give them a shake or give yourself a massage or tap, right? Take care of yourself. Good. And we're going to go into our final relaxation. So get your pillows and your blankets and all the props you have around you. Get yourself nice and comfortable on your left side. So I'm going to repeat, even though I always say it. When you're laying on your left, you always go lay on the left like this, and you either bring a pillow in between your knees and ankles, kind of making sure that no bones are touching and there's enough wide open spaces for you, or the bottom leg is straight, the top is bent, and you're kind of like leaning forward a little bit, hammocking your baby. Whatever works and whatever feels the most comfortable and peaceful for you, that's what you should do. We're gonna take a few minutes here to just relax in quiet.